Hello, digital media students. Welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about some tips on how to prepare for college life here at San Joaquin Delta College. And then that's kind of like the bigger lens. Then we're going to come smaller to what are some of the problems or the things that come across as challenges, specifically for digital media students. This might apply in other classes and other areas of life, but specifically, we're talking about digital media. And then number three, how can we combat this? How can we confront some of these challenges? All right, so by now you know that I'm Adriana Brogger, professor of digital media, and we are going to go ahead and get started. One of the things that I like to start with is you may have heard me say this during the first day of class. You may have heard me say this during the first week of class, and you will hear me say this throughout our time together. If you are feeling stressed, depressed, anxious, panicked, any of those, you're human. That's okay. If you have those feelings, you probably also feel happy at times. You feel a range of human emotions. And so when we're feeling a certain way, when I get to be in my feelings, whether that's depression or sadness, instead of trying to push that feeling aside and tell myself, just, forget about it, just try to live your life, I try to have some compassion with myself. And what that looks like for me is I inhale and then I exhale, a slow one for me. Do what you need to do. Then I put my hand over my heart and I remind myself that I am human and that part of the human experience is to have a range of human emotions. And then I think, what can I do to help my situation? Now, for me personally, that includes paper, pencil, checklists, because that helps me to take one thing, see what's on my plate, cross it off my plate, and move on to the next thing, right? But that's because I have learned different tips and techniques throughout years of life. And so what I want to do is share some of them for you. And like I said, we're going to start with like a macro lens of Delta College. That's what we're going to look at first. And then we're going to move on to tips for San Joaquin Delta College. And then how can all of this work for me? So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to take a look first at the Delta College website.